This is Jim and I live in Texas. I just want to follow up a little bit from my last vlog just to recap it. In case you didn't see that last episode, there's a thing called the Heart of Texas Rally here in Texas. I participated, I think this is his fourth or fifth year, and I participated in all of them. Except for last year, I only participated in part of it. Anyway, it's a 12-hour scavenger hunt all over Texas. Iron butt style, if you're familiar with that. Basically, you're given a whole bunch of points all over Texas. You're given places you can start, and they all stop at finish in some place near the center of Texas. And the person who can accumulate the most scavenger points by the end of 12 hours wins. It's real simple. It's based on the Iron Butt Rally, but it's a very simplified version of it. A lot of fun. A lot of good people come there. Well, one of the features that they started last year was the unique bonus, or what I think of as the early bonus. Instead of having to wait until April 26th when the formal rally is, what you do is you tell the rally master a couple of days in advance and say, hey, I'd like to go for my unique bonus. And he will send you a clue. It's a picture. That's all it is a picture. And the instructions will say, ride there and replicate this picture and do it by noon 2 days from now or something like that, or 3 days from now. I forget the exact window. It's a fairly small window. And based on last year and this year, that bonus will be 500 miles away, roughly. So anyway, last year it was from Austin to Amarillo. Basically, it was a little town in near Amarillo, which is right at 500 miles from here. And like today, if you look at the leaves on the trees, it was a very windy day driving up there, so it was a really tiring day. And I was right at the tail end of my big diet, and I'm happy to say that I have kept the weight off now for coming up on a year, because last April I was coming right on my goal of 190 pounds, and this morning I was like 189, so I've maintained my goal for almost a year. However, there's a problem. When you're only eating, I ate a little bit more than the bare Metafast diet, which is 1,000 calories a day, but still, when you're on a high protein diet and restricted calories, it turns out in the case of Jim, you can ride 750 miles before you fall off the bike in downtown Abilene in front of a cop, and they call the ambulance. The dog's and cats living together, mass hysteria. That was a pretty traumatic experience. You know, it scratched up my bike. I still haven't got all the scratches and plastic repaired yet. So I was kind of traumatized by that. In fact, I didn't ride the bike at all for almost, I think, 2 or 3 months. And well, then I had my knee replacement in July. Maybe I rode it once or twice after that happened in April. Replaced my knee in, when was it? July, right after July 4th. And really didn't start riding again until last fall. I did a few short rides, nothing further than San Antonio. Really nothing for a bike like this. So weekend before last was my unique bonus this year, and this year it was to a place that's 500 miles away, but in this time it's was one of my favorite places in Texas. Nothing against the Panhandle guys, but you know, I didn't leave anything there. And it was pretty traumatic. So, you know, last year. So this was kind of a big test, you know. If I could ride this unique bonus 1,000 miles over 2 days, basically. Not an official iron butt ride. That's too wimpy for that. But still, 500 miles, you know, on Saturday and 500 miles on Sunday is not trivial. The ride went real well. Now, I can't tell you where I went for till next weekend, I believe. I believe I'm under NDA on the unique bonus until the 16th, if I recall correctly. That's because the rally master gives the same unique bonuses to, you know, different riders, and you have from January 1st until April 16th to do your unique bonus ride, and he doesn't want the word getting out as to where the unique bonuses are. So you kind of got an NDA on that. So I can't tell you where it was. I will say it was one of my favorite places on earth. And the ride, the main thing, the whole point of all this babbling is the ride went great. I felt really good. The bike ran great. Only problem I had was the battery cover flew off. That's because some imbecile changed the battery recently and didn't secure the battery cover correctly, apparently. So the battery cover flew off on one of our big interstates out in the middle of nowhere. It's still out there if you need an FJR battery cover. Send me a private message, I'll tell you where to look. But the part just came in yesterday and I hadn't had time to put it back on. Fortunately, it's the cheapest piece of plastic on this bike at $25. Anyway, so I'm feeling pretty good. I do add this Sena headset, and that is awesome. It's just awesome to have such clear audio available to you. I usually listen to audiobooks, but sometimes music, and I mean, I could be going 80 miles an hour on the interstate and hear an audiobook or hear some music just fine. It was amazing. Other gym news is I am pretty definitely planning on going to the Clarksville Ozark meetup. So I hope to see as many of you as can make it there. My wife will be with me. We actually bought a trailer, and so we're going to trailer this up there. I know that's pretty wimpy, but that way we can have some together time. Me not having seen her very much since the last 2 months with income tax season, her being such a busy person this time of year. Anyway, that's about it to wrap up, finishing up my last exercise. Now, what I'm doing this morning is Saturday, I'm on my way to the second practice qualifying day at MotoGP Austin, Circuit of Americas. So I should have some more video from that for you later. But anyway, this is Jim in Texas. Just wanted to finish out that last one, and thank you for watching.